So, apparently, the December killer has been leaked, and apparently, the leak might be true, according to a handful of some reliable sources. Now, off the rip, the first thing that came to mind was, of course, Dead to Rights. Seriously though, the first thing that came to mind was, of course, this killer has a dog. Now, as for what this dog is capable of, no idea. But apparently, there has been some controversy with dogs in general, pit bulls in particular, relating to DBD. Because what happened was, I didn't really notice until today, honestly. Like 3 years ago, Jeff winded up getting a skin that had a shirt called Indestructible on it, and it showed the pit bull in an aggressive manner. And some of the community and some streamers didn't really take kindly to that, so the devs ended up changing up the shirt. Now, the reason I say this, of course, is because we don't know what the dog is capable of. The dog could maybe attack survivors like how Dracula in Wolf form attacks survivors. But then again, I'm like, we just got that. So I'm like, I think they're gonna do something a little bit different here. And here's where I think all this kind of falls into play. The name, the Hellion, I think it is, or it's supposed to be. And a Hellion is a troublesome or mischievous person. Exact definition, right? Now, thinking of this on a basis scale and just seeing a picture, it doesn't really do much for you until you start to really think about the possible lore for this killer. Because what if the dog plays in a way that we least expect? Meaning it wouldn't play in an aggressive way, but in a way that mainly aids the killer. In a more passive way instead of aggressive, if you catch my drift. So, a troublesome or mischievous person, right? We would assume that's the lady in the picture, right? The Hellion, whatever the fuck. Because just by looking at her, she seems like a woman of wealth. We see it's another killer that's not wearing a mask, unless it's some trickery going on. This is just concept art, and it could change later on, who knows. She may have a mask that she later puts on during the game when she's in power mode or something like that. You just never know. She may have a spirit form, you never know. But on the basis level, she just looks like a wealthy person. I like her weapon that has a skull on it. She kind of looks like she does voodoo, right? But anyways, back to the whole mischievous and troublesome person, right? In the picture, just by her expression, she looks like she fits the description of that word in general. But then again, it's like a handful of killers fit that description as well. A Hellion, a troublesome or mischievous person. And then I keep looking at the dog. So I'm like, what if what made her a troublesome or mischievous person was what happened to her dog? Maybe her dog ended up passing away in some tragic way. She probably blamed society for it, and this dog basically is a spiritual dog. She can manifest this dog that basically aids her throughout her endeavors or whatever she's trying to find throughout her lore, or just kill people, or just for fun. I don't know what the fuck. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? I'm just scared of these type of mechanics because I'm not trying to say that night is bad. I like the night. I just don't know how the dog would be displayed in the game. I don't know if it will be AI. I don't know if you would control the dog but just not attack survivors. Like, who knows what the dog will be capable of? And that's why I think the mysterious fun part of this killer comes from. Because if this is 100% true, which it might be, and it kind of seems like it is, I'm pretty hyped for this because it's like the devs are getting more and more unique with their original characters. That's what I love to see. There's something about the dog's collar that keeps eyeing me too, but I don't want to get into theories too much yet. Maybe it could just relate to the dog being like a spiritual dog or whatever. Like, maybe in some way, shape, or form, this dog is actually her spirit animal. You know how the devs like to get creative. Like, maybe her lore is like some John Wick type joint where, I don't know, somebody killed her dog and then she just wanted to kill everybody and kind of went nuts. I don't know. Not saying that that's like the main plot of John Wick. That's just where it that's just where it stemmed from, because they did kill his dog. Not to spoil the movie, you should have watched John Wick by now. What the hell are you doing? But hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. This dog meant a lot to her. This dog meant a lot to her life. Something tragic happened to the dog, and that maybe just transformed her whole personality, and she just wound up turning into a killer that just wanted to kill people with the aid of her spiritual dog. That's my best theory for this killer. I'm sorry, that's all I got. It's just the name. I don't know nothing about no old time. I don't know nothing about her hair type of style. She just looks like she holds a lot of power. she holds a lot of wealth, and she has a dog by her side. That's literally all I'm getting from this picture alone. Like, maybe the dog would be able to sense you out by following your scratch marks, maybe following your blood, snitching on you basically to the killer. Maybe you could see through the dog's eyes for a certain amount of time or something like that. So as the dog is scouting, you could kind of see from the dog's POV where the survivors could possibly be at, from where that dog is at. Who knows? There's countless things this dog could do, things that already exist in the game, or things that might just be brand new that they bring to the game, but who knows. I just don't really like the controversy with how people feel like dogs are misrepresented in a certain way, pit bulls in particular, because that's where the situation stemmed from. Because I'm like, the first thing you have to think about when it comes to something like this in mind is context. We don't even know the lore yet to be judging if the dog should be aggressive or not. Take Cujo for example. Cujo was an innocent dog who clearly loved his family, right? Winding up getting bit by bats and then just winding up killing people. We don't know what happened to this dog for this dog to be aggressive, if this dog is aggressive. Context always matters all the time. That's just me though. But anyways, how do you guys feel about this potential, I don't even know if I should say potential, but this apparent chapter leak of the new killer, the Hellion? Are you digging it? Are you not digging it? At least the style, because of course you need to see gameplay. Two different things. But you know, the potential power, what the dog would be capable of. I'm sorry that this came so off the cuff, because I was in the process of making another video, or working on multiple videos actually. But I definitely just needed to talk about this a little bit, because it definitely did interest me. A killer with a dog? Like, how cool is that? That's cool as hell. That's cool as hell, Leon. I suck. Love y'all. Take care. I'm gonna see you on the next one. And peace.